Alright, you ready? I want to make this clear that this is from, I'd say, the 25th of March. It was around midnight GMT plus 0, as in the end of the day. And this is what I had written down to somebody else about it. Is, let's see. We met up, we just happened to be all at tequila about something. Then he spoke to me and said, do you want to buy anything? I said, fine, because I wanted to see what he was going to do. So he says, he pulls out an MG, pulls it, says, we've got these, and then he pulls out an M4, a special carbine. I said, fine, alright. I say, how much for them? He goes, well, you give me a price. I said, I have no idea, I wanted to hear it from him. He says, well, this MG costs about 40,000. I said, all right. He said, the special carbines, he wouldn't give me a price. I said, what if I want to buy 4? He said 70,000. So I bought 2 because I don't want so many guns. So that was 35,000 for those 2. It turns out beforehand, he had met up with an associate of mine and said, listen, I'm selling these for about 18 to 20,000 each or something, and cheaper if you buy more. I said, all right. Then, he didn't buy any, but yes. Then later on, I hear that John McCree decided, he carries on trying to sell them. And to me, he actually just straight up gave me the MG for free after saying it was 40,000. I was like, all right, that's strange. And then this John McCree fellow, this blonde guy, he says, what was it? That he said to the guy, listen, I want to buy 10 guns. And the guy says, all right, I can do that. So he said 10 guns for 100k, which means he's gone from 40k and around 20k to 10,000 each. Apparently, he took John McCree to the outside of his apartment and just continually brought out weapons from his apartment, all 10 of them. I don't know what certain amount of which gun it was, but I then pulled the fishy dealer aside later and said, if you're doing stuff, the government are going to find out. You shouldn't be doing those sorts of things, blah, blah, blah. And it turns out somebody else knows him who might know that he is an exploiter in that sort of way. So I said, all right. And then when I spoke to him, the dealer said to me that he only had 2 guns left, so he's going to have to acquire more. I said, fine. Well, you just be careful out there. And then we catch him a little while later trying to sell more guns to other people after telling me he only had 2 left. And when I had pulled him aside, I asked him, where'd you get them from? He says, from holding up cops hostage and stuff. I was like, right, well, you must have held up a lot of officers because you're not going to get M4s that easily. It turns out one of the MGs he'd bought from a contact who was part of a business or something. And so he got the guns in a legitimate way and reproduced them, illegitimately and stuff. Because if he's selling those guns for 10,000, I asked him, what are you doing this for? He said, to make a quick buck. And I said, well, you're losing money, if anything. You must have spent like 300,000-400,000 on these guns, and you're only getting back 100,000 for 10 of those. So he's definitely lying. He's a Swedish fellow. If we ever get to speak to him, he's Swedish. And yeah, so I would definitely look into it. Like I said, it was on like the 25th of March. I'd say anywhere up to, or maybe the 26th, up to 3 a.m. on the 26th. And yes, if you could pass that along to the government to check the logs at those sort of times, that would be wonderful. Because I haven't seen him around, but he said he's only been around for a couple of weeks. Or been back for a couple of weeks. He's definitely not held up that many cops. Yes. No. This was, I'm pretty sure, after all the police had gone off. Excellent. Apart from that, of course. I think that's about it, really. That's sort of the condensed version of it. I don't think I have anything else here. Yeah, that's pretty much it.